Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Tom back here with another video. In this video today, we are going to be going over the top 10 shooting guards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. Now, it is important to know, obviously, current gen, next gen, you know, they got to combine somehow. And the longer we go on, the more the next gen is going to weigh in. But the big kind of, I think, cutoff is going to be when the 250K tournament happens. Now, after 250K is over, I think the majority of people on current gen are all going to go to next gen. So that's just something that is to be expected. But for now, current gen still holds a little more value than next gen, at least in my opinion. Before we dive into the top 10, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, please smash that subscribe button. If you do love my team content, we upload every single day, and it would mean the world to me if you did hit that subscribe button. Starting the list off at number 10 for me personally is a Season of Giving card in pink diamond Zach LaVine. Now, I know there's been a lot of talk about this card, especially with DBG ranking this card for a little bit as a top shooting guard in the game. Now, I was never that high on Zach LaVine. I like the card offensively, but he was never really like that, at least in my opinion. But looking at LaVine here, 6'5", 200 pounds, 93 ball, obviously with the shoe, his driving dunk is a 99, 86 ball handle. Defense is the one area which I was hesitant with the card. 90 speed, 85 lateral quickness, not a good rebounder. Tendency-wise, does have the 100 driving dunk tendency. Defensive tendencies honestly aren't good. You know, you look at them, they're not good. 10 out of fame badges, including Showtime, Quick First Step, Green Machine. Now, the 25 gold badges, this is where you're going to notice, yes, he does have some good defensive badges, but he lacks quite a bit. He comes with Steady Shooter, and then when you look at the badges he doesn't have, Interceptor, Intimidator. You look down even further, Handles for Days, Stop and Go, Tight Handles, no Unpluckable, that can't be applied, Deadeye. So he lacks some big badges, so it's hard to give him that kind of great offensive ranking when he doesn't even have Unpluckable. Yes, he's got T-Max Release. Yes, it's a very, you know, smooth jump shot, but he just doesn't really compare, at least in my opinion, to some of the top guys on this list. But he still deserves a spot at number 10 on my top 10 shooting guard list. Coming in at number 9, one step higher than Zach LaVine, is Diamond Eddie Jones. Again, you can make a debate that Zach LaVine is better than Diamond, but for me, I like Diamond Eddie Jones just that little bit more. 93 3 ball, 85 driving dunk, 88 ball handle. Defensively, that's where you're going to notice him be quite a bit better than LaVine. 96 steal, 93 perimeter defense, 90 speed, as well as a 94 lateral quickness. Tendency-wise, 95 driving dunk tendency, hopping on down to the defensive tendencies. Again, just way better than Zach LaVine. 7 out of fame badges, catch, shoot, pickpocket, interceptor, quick first step, tight handles, tireless shooter, and volume shooter. 24 on gold, pick dodger, clamps, Showtime, Handles for Days, near 30 stop and go, Unpluckable, clutch shooter, range extender, and slippery outball. Again, another card that has Steady Shooter. I personally like Eddie Jones' release. Do I like it more than Zach LaVine's? Probably not. But his release is very, very easy to time, easy to green. You give him Interceptor, Hard Crusher, maybe Chase Down Artist, a few other badges, upgrade the ones on silver and bronze, and you're going to like Eddie Jones quite a bit. Definitely for his value, way better than Zach LaVine. Even side by side, if they were the same price, I'm taking Eddie Jones every day of the week. Coming in at number 8 on my top 10 shooting guard list is a guy that I definitely 100% would play at point guard. I would not play this card at shooting guard, but at the point guard position, he is absolutely incredible. 6'4", 190 pounds, 89 3-ball, 90 or an 80 driving dunk, 86 ball handle, and even on the defensive end, I feel like he's underrated. 85 steal, 89 perimeter, 93 speed, 89 lateral quickness. Look at the tendencies: 95 driving dunk tendency, very, very solid. Defensive tendencies are incredible as well. So you want to say Petrie's not great on the defensive end? I would beg to differ. 15 Hall of Famers, acrobat, relentless finisher, pickpocket, a ton of finishing badges, downhill, quick first step, tight handles, does have the Hall of Fame Unpluckable, 27 gold badges, dimer, pick, dodger, chaser, artist, clamps, hard crusher, interceptor, intimidator. So a lot of the badges that you guys saw that Zach LaVine maybe lacked, that Eddie Jones maybe lacked, Petrie comes with. The only downside is the fact that he's 6'4", if you want to consider him a shooting guard. You could definitely make the debate that Petrie is a top 5 shooting guard in the game. For me, in my specific playstyle, I don't like running the 2-guard system very much, and that's why Petrie's just that little bit lower at number 8 on my top 10 shooting guard list. Coming in at number 7 for me is Diamond J.R. Smith. Again, you could make the debate that Petrie is better than JR, but if you're giving me one guy to play at the shooting guard position, I can't take Petrie over J.R. Smith. 96 3-ball, 95 driving dunk, 86 ball handle, 89 steal, 88 perimeter defense, a 90 speed, as well as that 91 lateral quickness, 95 driving dunk tendency. I put on down to the defensive tendencies here, which are very, very solid through and through. They're not great, but they're pretty solid. And I will say JR is an underrated defender. 8 Hall of Fame badges, including Showtime, flexible, and range extender, as well as tireless shooter and volume shooter. So the big thing for JR is his Hall of Fame badges are absolutely incredible. 20 on gold, catch and shoot, difficult shots, acrobat, ankle breaker, clamps, interceptor, lightning reflexes, tireless defender, gold, quick first step, tie handles, unpluckable, as well as hot start. So honestly, I feel like if you use a fully badged JR, if you give him Intimidator, some other badges, he can be a top card in the game, a top shooting guard in the game. It's just tough because his base card only comes with 31 badges. A fully badged JR is only going to have 36, and that definitely hurts the card quite a bit. I actually like JR a lot. I just can't put him any higher than number 7 on my list. Coming in one step higher at number 6 for me is Pink Diamond Ben Gordon. Now, when you look at a base Ben Gordon here, a base Ben Gordon card, what he's going to give you is another guy kind of similar to Petrie's, a little bit on the smaller side. 6'3", 200 pounds, so defensively you got to know that. And again, I would only play Ben Gordon at the point guard position. 94 3-ball, 85 driving dunk, 92 ball handle, defensively 87 steal, perimeter defense, as well as a 96 speed, ball acceleration, and a 95 lateral quickness. So the only downside that I think I have to Ben Gordon defensively is just kind of his player build. He's kind of a skinny kind of player build. He's not terrible on defense, but he's just not that next level good. 95 driving dunk tendency, defensive tendencies are pretty solid all the way around. 19 Hall of Famers, including pickpocket, tireless defender, pro touch, slithery, handles for days, quick first step, tight handles, unpluckable, dead eye, flexible, range extender, tireless shooter, and volume shooter. So some very incredible badges at the Hall of Fame level for Ben Gordon. Looking at the gold badges here: break starter, lob city passer, dimer, pick dodger, clamps, hard crusher, intimidator, lightning reflex, softball pest, pogo stick, bailout, downhill, needle threader, stop and go, space creator, hot zone hunter, hot start, slippery off ball, and floor generator. So the big thing that you guys don't see here is you don't see steady shooter. He still is missing a few badges, and again, I don't know everything about this Ben Gordon card, but what I will say is if you fully badge him up, you give him the 28 gold badges and max him out, he is going to be a top point guard in the game. Again, a very, very serviceable point guard option if you do rock with him. I would not run him at the shooting guard position, but this is just a credit to how truly good the shooting guard position is, the fact that Ben Gordon is not a top 5 shooting guard. Coming in at number 5 for me is a guy that I absolutely love, and that is overlooked by the majority of the community in Diamond Rudy Fernandez. The fact that you guys can get this card for under 50k is just blasphemy. There's no reason this card should be 50k. 6'6", 93 ball, 97 driving dunk, 86 ball handle, 88 steal, 88 perimeter, 93 speed, and an 89 lateral quickness. 100 driving dunk tendency. Hopping on down to the defensive tendencies. Absolutely incredible pass interception and on-ball steal tendency. 8 Hall of Fame badges, including Showtime and quick first step. 38 on gold. So yes, this base card has a total of 47 base badges. Gold catch and shoot corner specialist, break, starter, lob city passer, pickpocket, pick dodger, chaser, artist, clamps, hard crusher, interceptor, lightning reflexes, rebound, chaser, bailout, downhill, handles for days, space creator, stop and go, tight handles, unpluckable, flexible, green machine, hot zone under, hot start, range extender, tile shooter, and volume shooter. The only badge that he needs, in my opinion, is Intimidator. Everything else he doesn't really need. Yes, pro touch, dead eye, those are nice to have, slippery off ball, but he doesn't necessarily need them. If you fully badge out Rudy Fernandez, he is easily a top 5 shooting guard in the game, and I have no question about it. Again, I ran with this card for the longest time. It's just now there are some better shooting guards in the game. I think the biggest credit I can give to Rudy Fernandez is one step higher than him is Pink Diamond Kobe Bryant. If that doesn't scream underrated, then I truly don't know what does. I'm trying to look for a base Kobe here. This is the closest we're going to get to a base Kobe. 6'6", 205 pounds, 92 3-ball, 95 driving dunk, 86 ball handle. Defensively, that's where Kobe Bryant is really elite. 93 speed, 95 lateral quickness. This was a 95 perimeter and an 86 steal rating. 100 driving dunk tendency for Kobe. Hopping on down to the defensive tendencies, absolutely insane all the way around. Looking at the badges here, 13 Hall of Famers, acrobat, clamps, intimidator, tireless defender, deadeye, flexible, tireless shooter, and volume shooter. 29 on gold, catch and shoot, pickpocket, pick dodger, chaser, artist, hard crusher, interceptor, Trapper, does come with gold, showtime, quick first step, space creator, stop and go tight handles, hot zone hunter, hot start, range extender, as well as gold slippery off ball. Now, the one thing I will say is Kobe isn't perfect. You look at the card, he doesn't have every badge, including the unpluckable. That's a badge you can't apply to Kobe Bryant. So if you want to use him as a secondary ball handler, it's kind of tough to do so. You combine that with the fact that he doesn't have gold or Hall of Fame quick first step or Hall of Fame showtime, you can easily make the case that Rudy Fernandez is a better version of Kobe Bryant. I think Kobe's just that much better on the defensive end. He gets the nod pretty easily for me, coming in at number 4 on my top 10 shooting guard list. Coming in at number 3 is the starting point guard for me. Obviously, he is a shooting guard primary, but the starting point guard for me in Galaxy Opal, Dwayne Wade. 6'4", 220 pounds, 91 3-ball with a shoe, 95 driving dunk, 89 ball handle. Look at the defense on Dwayne Wade. He comes with 96 speed, 93 lateral quickness, tendency-wise, 90 driving dunk tendency, hopping on down to the defensive tendencies here, which are pretty insane all the way around. Badges here: 15 Hall of Famers, difficult shots, acrobat, relentless finisher, pick dodger, clamps, tireless defender, giant slayer, pro touch, downhill, quick first step, tireless shooter, and volume shooter. The big thing for me is Dwayne Wade can guard 1 through 3, right? He can guard the point guard, he can guard the small forward, depending on what you need him to do. 42 gold badges: catch and shoot, corner specialist, ankle breaker, break starter, dimer, pickpocket, rim protector, chase down artist, heart crusher, interceptor, intimidator, rebound chaser. He's got it all. Gold, showtime, handles for days, unpluckable. Yes. Do I wish he had Hall of Fame showtime? Absolutely. But, I mean, look at the card. What more could you want? Yes, I only have bronze post move lockdown on him. And quite honestly, if I wanted to add a few more badges, I definitely could do that as well. But just as this Dwayne Wade card is standing right now, he is easily a top 3 shooting guard in the game. Coming in at number 2 is my current shooting guard in Tracy McGrady. I went back and forth on 2 and 1, and I'll explain it. Tracy McGrady is my personal favorite, but I don't think for the majority of the community he is the best shooting guard in the game, especially if you do take a little bit of next gen into consideration. But either way, I think Tracy is number 2 for the majority of the community. 6'8", 210 pounds, 96 3-ball, 97 driving dunk, 96 ball handle, 95 steal, 94 perimeter defense, 96 speed, 95 lateral quickness. Stat-wise, you're going to find no flaws. 100 driving dunk tendency, hopping on down to the defensive tendencies here, which are very, very solid as well. I wish I could say badge-wise, you're going to find some flaws in the card, which you're just not. You look at the badges he came with Hall of Fame Intimidator for me, because I got one with an extra Hall of Fame badge. But just look at it. One of the best offensive shooting guards in the game. Probably one of the top defensive shooting guards in the game. Let's just look at the badges he doesn't have. This T-Mac comes with 58 total badges, which is just absolutely ridiculous. The only downside that I see to T-Mac is that when you compare him to the guy at number 1, he doesn't have as good of a release, and he doesn't have the Pro 2 Curry escape. Like I said, I truly went back and forth between T-Mac, but I think a fully badged Hondo, and what I've seen what guys do with him, is number 1 on my list. 6'5", 6'8" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere on the court, 95 3-ball, 90 driving dunk, 93 speed ball, 86 ball handle, 93 speed acceleration, as well as a 97 lateral quickness. You look at Hondo, and I mean, like I said, you can go back and forth on him and T-Mac, but if you give Hondo everything he needs, it's hard to debate T-Mac's better. It truly is. I mean, it truly is. Hondo doesn't need much tendency-wise. I mean, has better tendencies than T-Mac on the defensive end. I get it. T-Mac's taller. You can go back and forth between who you prefer on the defensive end. T-Mac gives you a little more size. Hondo gives you a little more badges as well as better tendos. It's tough. But the jump shot 98 on quick timing, all pro 2 dribble sigs, it's tough, man. It's tough to really compare the two cards. You could go back and forth. For me, I think the majority of the community, the majority of the comp guys are gonna prefer John Havlicek. So that's who I personally put at number 1. But I didn't personally lock in the set, so you can go with T-Mac as well if that's who you think is better. The top 2 could have went either way. I just gave the slight edge to John Havlicek. But that is going to wrap it up for my top 10 shooting guards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Drop a like on the video. Comment your top 10 down below. I'm interested to hear who I did miss out on, because I'm sure I missed out on a lot of people. If you are new, please smash that subscribe button as well. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I love each and every one of y'all.